I just ran the Sony MDR-MV1 headphones through every test I could. I listened to 360 mixes on Amazon Unlimited. I signed up for Tidal and listened to Sony's reality mixes on my Mac. I ran a mix through Logic Pro in Spatial. And in a nutshell, the clarity of separation, the soundstage on these headphones is just huge, and they sound flat without hiding the bass. First of all, Sony is sponsoring this video. They sent me these headphones to try out and just basically told me to share what I think with my audience. So here's what I think. I've never been so blown away by spatial mixes until these headphones, and it makes me want to try spatial mixing myself. Now, I can't let you hear what I experience in a YouTube video, so I'm going to do my best to explain the experience in this video, from bass to vocals, high frequencies, and even comfort. So I struggle with something when it comes to spatial mixing. I don't want to spend a fortune putting speakers everywhere in the studio. And when I tried those really popular consumer spatial headphones, which I was told I could use for spatial mixing, I was pretty disappointed. I just couldn't hear the sound placement accurately. And I just ended up feeling like I wouldn't have fun experimenting with spatial. I know I'm not alone on this. Now, I'm not going to get into the mixing with headphones debate. If you're passionate about it, feel free to discuss it in the comments section. But like me, many of you don't want to bother with spatial speaker setups, but you still want to try some spatial mixing. These are an easy way to get there, and the MV1s are made for spatial mixing. They are open back, and they are built as reference studio headphones, unlike so many other spatial capable headphones made for consumers. Now, I don't know how they're doing it, but I have a feeling that spacious sound has something to do with the design here. They're open all around, not just on the flat side. I actually tried these at NAMM last year and I really liked what I heard, but it's very different listening to open backs on the NAMM floor. There's way too much noise to really hear anything accurately. So when I got these, I was hoping the hype from NAMM wouldn't disappear in my home studio. And they didn't. Spatial mixes sound better. So first, listening to spatial mixes. I sat for a few hours switching headphones, switching sources, testing, and testing again. Some of the best mixes I listened to were on Tidal. They have a bunch of 360 reality audio playlists, and they gave me a really good reference for what Sony is aiming for with these headphones. The thing that stood out to me most is that I could actually hear the space. Warm pad sounds filled a larger area. Vocals were front and center, and the reverb on snares just flew out to the sides. Percussion was moving through a larger space. These headphones have a comfortable frequency response. I say comfortable because honestly, sometimes spatial mixes are a bit tiring on the ears, high frequencies especially. Highs on these headphones are crisp without being harsh. The frequency response is 5 Hz to 80 kHz, which is really wide, so bass is pretty pronounced. It's the only thing I would say may sound a little boosted, but that may be a result of the soundstage. The bass is separated just like everything else. So when listening to bass, it actually stands out. I'll have to try them for longer to really tell if it's distracting or not. But if you love your bass, you will really like these. When I opened the Logic Pro Spatial project, I was able to test out mixing myself. This is a demo project included with Logic, which gave me a great reference point for a professional mix. And when I started messing around with it myself, I was having a lot of fun. Placing sounds is so much fun. And these headphones make it super clear as well. I could solo tracks to clearly hear the movement of sound. This is how other companies need to do spatial headphones for studios. So, the build quality of these headphones is excellent. They are very lightweight, about half a pound or 223 grams without the cable. The housing is actually aluminum alloy. They feel very comfortable, not tight around the ears. The ear pads are soft and squishy. The cable is detachable and screws in. Feels very premium. On the other end of the cable is a standard 1/4-inch jack. There's an adapter included. This is the reverse of how typical headphones come, but it makes much more sense in a studio environment to have this as the standard. If you've been thinking of trying spatial mixing, or honestly just want to enjoy listening to spatial mixes more, you've got to give these a try. These are now one of my favorite headphones in my studio, and like I said, I'm finally excited about trying spatial mixing myself. If you're interested in checking out the Sony MDR-MV1s, I'll add links below the video. Keep making the music you love, and I'll see you in the next video.